was developed by two men, University of London physicist named David Bohm, who was a former protege of Einstein, and a Stanford University neurophysiologist named Karl Pribram. And they worked independently. Pribram was studying memory and found that there's evidence that the brain operates holographically. And Bohm was studying subatomic physics and found that on the subatomic level, the fabric of reality seems to possess properties that are reminiscent of a hologram. So if you put those two ideas together, that our brain seems to be holographic and the universe is holographic, it suggests that maybe it's compelling evidence that the universe may be a kind of hologram.
The concept of the universe as a hologram and the profound relationship between mind and reality has intrigued scientists, philosophers, and mystics alike. The holographic principle and the ability of human consciousness to influence reality are discussed extensively in Michael Talbot's The Holographic Universe, and are influenced by the works of physicist David Bohm, neurophysiologist Karl Pribram, and various spiritual teachings of Hinduism. The idea of the universe as a hologram comes from a convergence of quantum physics and neurophysiology. The theory posits that just as a hologram contains the whole image within every part, our universe and all phenomena within it may be embedded in a higher dimensional reality. The two key figures who contributed to this concept were David Bohm and Karl Pribram. Bohm, a quantum physicist and a protege of Einstein, became disillusioned with the conventional understanding of quantum mechanics and developed a vision where reality is an implicate order, an underlying unified field where all things are interconnected. In this model, the observable universe, or the explicate order, is just a projection from this deeper level of reality. This idea aligns with quantum entanglement, where particles remain connected regardless of distance, suggesting that separation is more an illusion than a fundamental truth. Pribram's work in neuroscience complemented Bohm's theories. He discovered that the brain processes information in a holographic manner, distributing memory and sensory input throughout the brain, rather than in isolated regions. This discovery suggests that human perception itself is a holographic phenomenon, creating a subjective experience of a coherent and structured reality from a multidimensional wave-like domain. From the holographic perspective, reality is not as fixed and objective as classical physics suggests. If the universe is indeed a hologram, then consciousness might play a pivotal role in shaping reality. Bohm and Pribram's theories imply that the mind can influence the physical world because consciousness is deeply embedded in the holographic fabric of reality. This concept is supported by various phenomena such as telepathy, psychokinesis, and precognition, which have been traditionally dismissed as paranormal, but are explainable through the holographic model. Talbot's book, The Holographic Universe, presents evidence for this perspective, citing experiments such as those conducted by Princeton University's PEAR lab, where human intention was shown to influence random number generators. These findings indicate that consciousness can exert an influence on the physical environment, suggesting that the observer not only perceives reality, but also helps to create it. The holographic nature of reality resonates deeply with the teachings of Hinduism. Hindu philosophy, particularly as described in the Vedanta and Upanishadic texts, holds that the universe is Maya, an illusion or a projection. The Brahman, the ultimate reality, is unmanifest and formless, while the manifested world is a mere reflection, akin to a holographic projection from a higher dimensional reality. The ancient concept of Indra's net illustrates this beautifully. It is a metaphor describing a vast net of jewels, each reflecting every other jewel infinitely, symbolizing the interconnectedness of all beings and events in the universe. This idea echoes Bohm's implicate order, where all elements of existence are enfolded into a unified whole, and every piece of the hologram contains the entire image. Meditation and spiritual practices in Hinduism focus on realizing this ultimate oneness. Enlightened beings or yogis are said to transcend the illusion of separation, experiencing a state where consciousness and reality are not separate, but aspects of the same fundamental unity. Such states of consciousness are described as samadhi, where the mind merges with the universal consciousness, dissolving the boundaries between self and the cosmos. Quantum physics has also demonstrated that observation affects reality. The famous double-slit experiment revealed that particles behave differently when observed, collapsing from waves of potential to fixed particles. This effect suggests that the mind may influence physical events on a quantum level, reinforcing the idea that consciousness and matter are intimately connected. Bohm believed that the universe is like a flowing stream, constantly unfolding and refolding into itself. This aligns with the Hindu understanding of cycles of creation, preservation, and destruction that are eternally manifesting and dissolving. Bohm's dialogue with Krishnamurti, a renowned spiritual teacher, further explored how perception and thought shape human experience and reality. The two thinkers emphasized that fragmentary thinking leads to division and conflict, whereas understanding the underlying wholeness brings about harmony. Understanding the universe as a hologram has significant implications for how we live our lives. If our thoughts and emotions shape our reality, as both modern science and ancient wisdom suggest, then cultivating a positive and coherent mindset is crucial. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and visualization could have the power to reshape our experiences and even influence the physical world. In Hinduism, this is reflected in the practice of sankalpa, or setting a firm intention, which aligns one's energy with the desired outcome. Similarly, the law of karma operates under the principle that actions and even thoughts have ripples that affect the universe. This is strikingly similar to the idea that the mind, being part of the holographic whole, influences the larger reality. The holographic model of the universe challenges the Newtonian Cartesian worldview, proposing a cosmos that is far more interwoven and consciousness-driven. Bohm and Pribram's work suggests that the distinctions we make between mind and matter, inner and outer, and spiritual and physical, are artificial. The human mind is not a mere observer of reality, but an active participant in the cosmic dance, with the potential to shape the world in profound ways. Hinduism has long taught that reality is a unified, dynamic whole, and the self is ultimately one with the universe. Modern science is now catching up, offering a new lens to understand the mystical experiences and spiritual insights that have been part of human wisdom for millennia. In this view, the universe is not just a stage upon which we act, but a canvas that we co-create, a holographic interplay where consciousness and matter are inextricably linked.